You lovely people, and again welcome back to the channel. And today is going to be first-hand experience of the healthcare system here in the Philippines. First-hand experience, what you do, the ins and outs, what they don't tell you, and basically all about that. And it's related to my wife giving birth. And as you know, if you've been following the channel, my wife, when she had the first scans, the baby was a footling. Okay, so the feet were down where the head should be, basically. And anyway, that turned around during the course of her pregnancy. But then the umbilical cord, it wrapped itself around the baby's neck twice. So the OB-GYN, the doctor that we used, she said that we should go to the hospital that she works in. Okay, now it's a private hospital. Now, bearing in mind, when Kaylin was born, our first here, that was it was the local hospital here in Pinion, and that was zero billing, because some hospitals here, they sometimes the governor or the mayor of that place, they subsidise that hospital. So that means everyone who goes in there, indigenous people, have free treatment. And that was all free treatment for Kaylin. Now, Kaylin, there was no complications all the way during his, during the pregnancy. He was in the right position from day one, basically, and no problem at all. But anyway, with Zach, and incidentally, people, Zachy's home now. Yesterday, he come home, and this is the story I'm going to tell you about the cost and things like that, and what you have to do to be released from the hospital. Now, the hospital that we used was a private hospital, okay? PhilHealth accredited, right? Now, there are 3 stories, to this hospital. There are 3 levels. First level, the second level is public, but the top floor is private. You've got your own room, aircon, things like that. So that's where we went, and Mira was taken in there on Monday. So she was admitted Monday. She had Zach Monday evening, as you know, on the on my community page. I put it on there with the with the picture. Now, all of this during the time my wife was there, everything was excellent. The birth went without incident. There was 5 doctors in the labour room, just in case, I suppose. I don't know. But you're paying for this, people. This is what I'm going to get to. You're paying for all of this. So there was 5 doctors in the labour room, or 5 people. The baby come out. They were very quick in untying the cord, and then they put the baby on Mira's chest. No incident whatsoever. They did very well. Excellent. So my wife is there up until yesterday. Now, every day, tests, and they do screening of the hospital here where Kaylin was born. There was no screening, right? So here they screen the baby at a cost. Everything I'm telling you is cost, all right? So they screen the baby, hearing test. I don't know how they can test, the hearing of a baby, but there you go. They do all kinds of tests on Mira and the baby, like hepatitis, HIV, all these tests, which had never happened in the public hospital. Right. So now we have PhilHealth. So Thursday, the doctor come round and they said, no, we'll keep you in until tomorrow, Friday. Observation, because the baby's very small, people. You can fit the baby in your hand. I think back in the UK, he would probably be in like an incubator or something, but here, no. But, oh, I fell off the thing then. All during this time, I've got to say this, people, the hospital care was second to none. Absolutely fantastic, really. The doctors were around all the time, daytime, nighttime. The food, you could even pick your food. There was like a little menu and you could pick your food. There wasn't a lot on the menu and it wouldn't have suited me, but you know, my wife, it did. They were monitoring all the time, coming around every few hours, taking Mira's blood pressure. I don't know why, because it was all right. They're injecting the baby with his first inoculations. Now, I don't know what all that's about. Really don't know what all that's about. Because even I'm asking them questions, I'm not getting any kind of like understandable answers. So in the end, I just give up. But anyway, the care, second to none, people. Absolutely second to none. Cannot complain. And the hospital, very clean. I don't know about in the public bit, I don't know. But where we was upstairs in the private, very clean. You even had a shower room, sort of, you know, that was in your room, shower. Cold water, obviously, but it doesn't matter. Shower. What else? Oh, there was tea making facilities. You know, you could make yourself a cup of tea, coffee. There's a kettle there and that. And during the night, you know, they were coming around during the night, monitoring, and they were making Mira feed the baby every 2 hours. Now here, with the public hospital, there was none of that. Right. Now we want to get to the billing, okay, for all of this. So, my understanding, because it is PhilHealth accredited hospital, my understanding was that they would deduct some of the bill from PhilHealth. Well, no. What they do, you got to pay cash or bankers, anything, as long as they get the money. Now, I was taken aback by this a little bit, so I said, you don't take PhilHealth. Well, they said, we are PhilHealth accredited, but you can claim it back through PhilHealth, you know, once we give you this billing, but we only accept cash payment. So I'm like, well, you know, why can't you do this you know, PhilHealth? And they said it's because PhilHealth payments are sometimes late. They delayed payments, there could be like a misspelling on the forms or something like that, so they could be late or something like that. And these doctors and nurses, they rely on these payments, okay? So, all right. And the bill was almost 58,000 pesos, right? So 57,700 and something. So 58,000 pesos. So I'm thinking, bloody hell. So they said, you know, your wife, she's getting like the order of discharge. So as soon as the payment is met, you know, your wife can go home. So then I said, well, what do I do about claiming this back? And how do I claim this back? And they said, oh, sir, you know, we'll give you the billing and all that sort of stuff. And then you can go to PhilHealth, which is in Turno, and then you can make a claim for that. So, I mean, I haven't done it yet. You know, we got back into the house at around about 7:30 p.m. last night. Bearing in mind, from 8 o'clock in that morning, we were going through all of this billing stuff. Right now, I'm looking at this billing, and by the way, when they do the billing, it takes ages, people. You've got to go here, there, and the doctors have got to put their little bit on it. And there's two separate billings, one for Mira and one for Zach, the baby. Now, because I don't quite know how this works in that respect, so you've got two separate billings, but it's on one spreadsheet, if you like, and you pay for absolutely everything, and I mean everything. Cotton swabs, plaster, tape, it's all itemized. Everything is itemized. Now, for the birth alone, the birth was 25,000. That is said a professional care birth or something like that. Was that alone was 25,000. for that. And not all the rest was the rum. I think the rum was 1.9 or something like that. So you got that. You got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 of that. So that's like 35. The tests, the medicines, everything. But as I said, almost 58,000 odd, but a couple of hundred pesos, which we had to pay that. Now, someone said to me ages ago that they can't hold you. Now, we wasn't going to do a runner, people. We wasn't going to do a runner, but I'm just saying, let's just say someone didn't have that money. What would they do? Can they physically hold you in the hospital? I don't think they can physically hold you in the hospital. I don't think they can do that. It's the Philippines, people, I don't know. But what I do know is they wouldn't, from this hospital, they would not accept our PhilHealth. But apparently, and I've kind of did a little bit of research early this morning when I was up, you can make a claim back, but it can take ages. You can take months and months. But I need some more paperwork from the hospital, because I haven't got all the paperwork. And they said I have to go back. Oh, also, we have to go back in a week's time to get the birth certificate. We need that as well, you know, before I can start to make this claim back. But that was a bit of a shock to the system, people, you know. It really was. I know you might, you know, like 58,000. Like, you know, it's not a lot, as you say, but, you know, it's still a lot of money if you're living in the Philippines on a, you know, the way we live, on, like, our budget. But it's done. And the main thing is, my little boy, he's so tiny. He's so tiny, people. He really is. His face is that big. And he looks exactly the same as Kaylin when he was born. But I think Kaylin was a little bit bigger. But anyway, they all sleeping now. Sleeping child. They all sleeping. So I'm out here and I'm watering all of these, people. I'm watering all my trees. Get that out the way first, because it's going to be another blinding hot day, I think. Mother baby's fine. We had to drop into the pharmacy on the way back for Mira's prescription from the hospital. What else did we do? The baby's got to go for some more tests, I think. When is it? No, I think in a couple of weeks he's got a couple of tests. But you know, everything is good. There is nothing wrong. Baby is tiny, really. I'm thinking, bloody hell, they letting you. Mind you, I'm pleased they did let us out when they did. Otherwise, how much would that, you know, that billing had been in another week? But there we are, people. So I just thought I'd keep you up to date and keep you up to speed of what's happening. I'm just going to see if my wife is up. Hold on. If the door's open, she's up. I think she is. I think she's up. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is she there? I can see some movement. Hold on. I'll show you. Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Bear with me. Right, Peter, I'm back at the house. Show you. Whew. Right. Oh. That's a long walk from there. Here we are, people. Look. There's my Kaylin. Hello. Now, Mira, can you explain that mark on the head?
No, it's not one. That is the charcoal.
That's charcoal. And she puts charcoal on the head because?
Because the last time you can walking in the night time.
Oh, superstition. Superstition, people.
Oh, just,
oh. But there he is, people. Look how small he is. Look. Look. And she's got the cotton on his head because he's got hiccups. It's all superstition, people, but there he is. But there we go. Mother and baby fine. And my other son. Number 1, number 2. Thank you, people. Bye-bye. Over and out.